class, class. Which class are you in this year? Which class are you in this year? Stress, stress. We all have to learn how to handle stress. We all have to learn how to handle stress. Press, press. They crush the olives with a heavy wooden press. They crush the olives with a heavy wooden press. Cross, cross. Let's cross the bridge when we come to it. Let's cross the bridge when we come to it. Miss, miss. Hurry up or we'll miss the train. Hurry up or we'll miss the train. Brass, brass. He wore a belt with a large brass buckle. He wore a belt with a large brass buckle. Dress, dress. You look really stunning in that dress. You look really stunning in that dress. Grass, grass. The donkey is eating grass on the field. The donkey is eating grass on the field. Less, less. Her headaches are becoming less frequent. Her headaches are becoming less frequent. Pass, pass. The railway signal showed that the train could pass. The railway signal showed that the train could pass. Loss, loss. He claimed compensation for loss of earnings. He claimed compensation for loss of earnings. Fuss, fuss. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Kiss, kiss. He gave his daughter a gentle kiss on the forehead. He gave his daughter a gentle kiss on the forehead. Address, address. Do you still live at the same address? Do you still live at the same address? Gossip. Gossip. Don't believe all the gossip you hear. Don't believe all the gossip you hear. Fossil. Fossil. James brought in a fossil for show and tell. James brought in a fossil for show and tell. Lesson. Lesson. I've got a piano lesson later today. I've got a piano lesson later today. Tissue. Tissue. She handed me a tissue just as I sneezed. She handed me a tissue just as I sneezed. Across. Across. The truck skidded sideways across the road. The truck skidded sideways across the road. Assume. Assume. Don't always assume the worst. Don't always assume the worst. Confess. Confess. The prisoner refused to confess. The prisoner refused to confess. Blossom. Blossom. The cherry tree is beginning to blossom. The cherry tree is beginning to blossom. Useless. Useless. The land is useless for growing crops. The land is useless for growing crops. Witness. Witness. Only one witness could make a positive identification. Only one witness could make a positive identification. Massive. Massive. The country has undergone massive changes recently. The country has undergone massive changes recently. Discuss. Discuss. They had important matters to discuss. They had important matters to discuss. Attic. attic. I've stored my winter clothes in the attic. I've stored my winter clothes in the attic. Better, better. It is better to give than to receive. It is better to give than to receive. Kitten, kitten. She picked up the kitten and put it in the box. She picked up the kitten and put it in the box. Butter, butter. The butter will soften out of the fridge. The butter will soften out of the fridge. Attack, attack. The rumours of an attack were later confirmed. The rumours of an attack were later confirmed. Bottom, bottom. I keep my socks in the bottom drawer. I keep my socks in the bottom drawer. Bitter, bitter. The medicine had a slightly bitter taste. The medicine had a slightly bitter taste. Button, button. I pushed the button to turn on the radio. I pushed the button to turn on the radio. Gutter, gutter. The gutter has filled up with mud. The gutter has filled up with mud. Rotten, rotten. The pear is rotten to the core. The pear is rotten to the core. Litter, litter. Please do not leave litter after your picnic. Please do not leave litter after your picnic. Attend, attend. He did not attend the meeting yesterday. He did not attend the meeting yesterday. Kettle, kettle. She filled the kettle and switched it on. She filled the kettle and switched it on. Matter, matter. It's a matter of common courtesy to acknowledge letters. It's a matter of common courtesy to acknowledge letters. Battle, battle. The battle ended in a humiliating defeat. The battle ended in a humiliating defeat. Bitten, bitten. He was bitten by a poisonous snake. He was bitten by a poisonous snake. Pretty, pretty. That's a pretty hat you're wearing. That's a pretty hat you're wearing. Letter, letter. You will be notified by letter. You will be notified by letter. Stutter, stutter. He spoke with a stutter, which got worse when he was angry. He spoke with a stutter, which got worse when he was angry. Scatter, scatter. Scatter the onions over the fish. Scatter the onions over the fish. Written, written. The book is written in plain English. The book is written in plain English. Brunette, brunette. Was she blonde or brunette? Was she blonde or brunette? Throttle, throttle. He drove along at full throttle. He drove along at full throttle. Attitude, attitude. I found her attitude totally unacceptable. I found her attitude totally unacceptable. Letterbox, letterbox. I'll post the key through your letterbox when I leave. I'll post the key through your letterbox when I leave. Butterfly, butterfly. The butterfly fluttered from flower to flower. The butterfly fluttered from flower to flower. Forgotten, forgotten. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. Dizzy, dizzy. I felt dizzy when I looked down from the top of the mountain. I felt dizzy when I looked down from the top of the mountain. Jazz, jazz. I prefer jazz to rock music. I prefer jazz to rock music. Fizzy, fizzy. They had sweets, fizzy drinks, and chocolate at the party. They had sweets, fizzy drinks, and chocolate at the party. Sizzle, sizzle. The bacon began to sizzle in the pan. The bacon began to sizzle in the pan. Puzzle, puzzle. She fitted the last piece into the jigsaw puzzle. She fitted the last piece into the jigsaw puzzle. Buzzer, buzzer. The buzzer rang when the meal was ready. The buzzer rang when the meal was ready. Nozzle, nozzle. Attach the nozzle to the garden hose before turning on the water. Attach the nozzle to the garden hose before turning on the water. Buzzing, buzzing. An insect was buzzing around the room. An insect was buzzing around the room. Blizzard, blizzard. The blizzard struck while we were still on the mountain. The blizzard struck while we were still on the mountain. Pizza, pizza. How much do they charge for a pizza? How much do they charge for a pizza? Drizzling, drizzling. The rain has been drizzling down for hours. The rain has been drizzling down for hours. Fuzzy, fuzzy. Some of the photos were so fuzzy it was hard to tell who was who. Some of the photos were so fuzzy it was hard to tell who was who. Dazzle, dazzle. The sun's dazzle on the water hurts my eyes. The sun's dazzle on the water hurts my eyes. Snazzy, snazzy. He designs snazzy new graphics for software packages. He designs snazzy new graphics for software packages.